guys, here with a new video for the channel. I hope you like it, and if you like it, don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment, and subscribe. Now without further ado, get comfortable. Let's begin. Towa had been completely neutralized. That's right, Goku's power had increased in an amazing way. Towa, at that moment, would invoke hundreds of spears to kill Son Goku. However, Goku was able to dodge each one of the energy arrows. No matter what you do, Towa, you won't have the power to finish me off. Even if I release my sword, you won't be able to do anything to me. It doesn't matter what you do, I'll finish you off, you damn insect. Towa at that moment would expel so much power, being able to cause a great explosion with which he would be able to destroy the back, which had neutralized it. Towa at that moment, in spite of the dust raised, would rush against Goku, who was able to dodge each one of his blows without any difficulty. That's right, Goku had transcended the state beyond a god. Being able to dodge the attacks of the Destroyer God of Universe 15, Towa, furious at that moment, would throw a large sphere of energy, but Goku, only with stretching out one of his hands, would make it disappear. How is it possible that you've become so powerful in such a short time? I have no explanation for what happened to me, but apparently the seal had been completely broken, and all the power that was sealed to me has returned. That's right, the power that I had gotten from Daishenkin-sama has returned. This can't be happening. It must be a nightmare. Yes, that's right, it's a damn nightmare. No one has been able to break free from the Supreme Seal. Remember that I'm the mortal who overcame the gods, and you are no exception! Goku at that moment launched himself against Towa, starting to give him some excellent blows, being able to cause him incredible damage to each exchange. That's right, the roles had been completely reversed, since this time it was Goku who dominated the battle at all, and without any difficulty. That moment, in a slight more secluded place, the merger had ended, and would return to be Kale and Caulifa. How is it possible that Goku's old man has all this power? I don't know, Caulifa, but power is capable of killing us in a few seconds. I don't know, Hit. It looks like that woman just got a lot weaker. She's still just as powerful. If we get out of this energy field that Goku created, we would be crushed just by her simple pressure. And looks like that woman is weak, since Goku's power surpasses her by dozens of times. Goku would continue to humiliate Towa, to such an extent that Towa would choose to use 100% of all her power. I never thought I would use all 100% of my power, much less with a mere mortal, but I won't let you get away with it. Right now, I'll finish you off, and you'll beg me to end your life. I want to see if you could do it, since you can say 1,000 things, but you'll have the power to defeat me? Ha! I doubt it. You're no worse than an insect. Towa was much more furious, would raise her power to the max, reaching 100% of all her power, and at that moment would throw herself against Goku, who, in spite of the fact that Towa had increased her power to the max, was able to dodge a furtive blow. At that instant, Goku would begin to dodge each one of Towa's blows, and the only thing that made Towa more and more furious was that he became more and more enraged. Damn it, stay still! If you wanted me to stay still, I will. Let's see what you can do some damage with your best punch. Towa at that moment would smile and charge all her power in her fist. No, damn it. What are you supposed to do, Goku? Towa's powerful punch would be able to hit Goku directly, creating a great chaos around him, since the power had been so much that even rocks around him had been destroyed by the simple slingshot of air created by the blow. I'm finally done with you. That's what you get for underestimating me, you bastard. I can see you're capable of destroying entire universes with amazing ease, but you're not capable of destroying a single Saiyan. Towa at that moment would take a few steps back, realizing that in front of her was a real monster who was capable of ending her life. That expression was what I wanted to see. You're terrified, confused, or both. You don't know how long I waited for you to see that. Towa, at that moment, would start to fly at a great speed, trying to escape. Goku would remain standing at that place, but at that moment he would disappear in front of Towa and would collide with his chest. Don't think you're destroying my universe that has no consequences. Now, I'll be the one to finish you. Goku in that same instant would begin to give the beating of his life to Towa, which on this occasion was no longer able to defend herself. That's right, the power had increased in an incredible way. While the power of Goku was consistently increasing, Goku, after humiliating her after a few minutes, but throw a powerful attack which would send it throughout the universe. That's enough! Goku at that moment would stand in front of Hit, Caulifa, and Kale, and at that moment he would use teleportation and appear where Kaba was standing. Sir Goku has finally completely recovered. Goku at that moment would return to his base state, but this time he was much more serious because he knew that if he was confident, a much more powerful being would finish them off. Caulifa, since that battle, had been amazed with Goku. Goku, do you know why those guys want to kill you? I don't know, Hit, but we must increase our powers to be extremely powerful beings. At that moment, Goku, a little confused in the same way, would ask a few explanations of how he had arrived to the planet. Caulifa would explain everything that had happened. Goku, a little blushing, would smile since he had felt the attraction towards a Saiyan woman. Goku at that moment would tell himself, "What is this that I feel? I'd never experienced it before." Goku would give it importance, but the Saiyans had quite a unique connections, which would not be overlooked. However, this time they were all in much more greater danger, so they put aside what they both felt. It'll be better to train in rooms designed for the training of a god or even an angel. I agree with you, Goku, but where are we going to get this kind of room? Don't worry about that. I trained with the High Priest. At the time I wasn't able to master his techniques, but now I'm sure I'll be able to do it. Goku at that moment began to access the Ultra Instinct, beginning to raise his power to the limit. At that moment, with his great power and remembering the teachings of his master, was able to form two amazing rooms. This would leave much more captivated Caulifa with felt more and more adoration and love towards Goku. But Goku, why did you create two rooms? What do you plan to do? You, Hit, being a legendary assassin, will train Kale and Kaba, and I'll personally train Caulifa. Hit didn't like the idea, but he'd accept anyways. At that moment, everyone entered the designated rooms. At the moment of entering, both sides, without wasting time, would train arduously. However, in the training that Goku and Caulifa were taking, every moment were becoming much closer, until a certain day arrived at which both would give each other a kiss for the first time. Time later, in which both had continued training in the same way, some years had already passed, which Goku and Caulifa became completely close, to the point of being sure of wanting to be together. Caulifa, I don't know what I feel, but I've never felt this way before anyone. Goku, neither have I. You're the first man I've ever felt this good with. You're very powerful. I love that about you. When this is all over, we could talk about what will happen to us. But for now, we have to increase our powers. I agree with you, Goku. Goku in all that time had been in that place. He'd been able to teach Caulifa all the divine transformations, being able to make Caulifa reach the Ultra Instinct only when her body feels in total danger. He still didn't control it 100%. Meanwhile, with the training of Hit in both Saiyans, Kale and Kaba in the same way, had managed to master the state of a god. Kaba accessing the Super Saiyan Blue, but in the case of Kale was something totally different, because although his state was the legendary Super Saiyan, his hair color didn't change in the least. This is strange, but it doesn't matter. What matters is that you have increased your battle level. After 2 more years passed, and approximately 8 days had passed since they entered the outside world, Towa in the space, very badly injured on the verge of death, would be able to communicate with Akumo. Akumo-sama, please, help me. I'm on the verge of death, and I'm not able to regenerate myself since I don't have any energy. Akumo would say to himself, how is this possible? Did the angel and god of some universe attack her? No, but this is no logical reason since Towa's power is capable of wiping out any angel. At that moment, Akumo would come to his thoughts. Yester, immediately, go to the northern end of Universe 6 and bring Towa. It seems she's on the verge of death. But my lord, how is this possible? I don't know, Yester, but go immediately since Towa shouldn't have too much time left. Yester at that moment would disappear towards the point where Towa's energy was felt, which was about to disappear. At the moment of arriving, he would transmit a part of his energy, and in the same way, he would return quickly. At that moment of arriving, among the 6 rebel gods that began to pass him ki so that he would be able to recover the gift of healing. Nevertheless, one of the 6 rebel gods was bursting with anger. I don't know who the hell you are, but I swear that I'll finish with that damned one that has left my wife in these conditions. If you mess with her, I'll finish you, you miserable one. At that moment, the entire Universe 18 was engulfed in flames. Lightning, even the planets that were around them were turning into simple ashes.
Cantor, calm down. We don't know what happened, and clearly we'll have revenge for this, but you must calm down.
Meanwhile, in the special rooms, 2 days had passed in which all the warriors would come out, causing an incredible tremor through the 18 universes. Even such power would reach the entire realm.
Whose powers are these? But 2 of them are the ones that stood out the most.
In the 18th universe, Akumo would stand up.
This power is of a Punisher level warrior.
At that moment, Toa would open her eyes, but had an expression of absolute fear and would start screaming. Those eyes! Those eyes! I won't forget those ice cold silver eyes. I don't want to fight him anymore. He's a monster.
My dear, tell me who did this to you. I'll personally take care of ending his life.
No one can. We should never mess with him. It was better to end his life instead of sealing his power. Back to Goku and the others. So, Toa's arrived with the other gods. I have a surprise for you. At that moment, Toa's body would begin to inflate like a balloon. Infernal explosion! A great explosion would be created all over that place where the rebel gods were. What will happen next? Find out in the next chapter. Well guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment and subscribe. Now without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.